fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. He looks at me like, worried? Do I have something on my face? He doesn't answer. He's frozen in time. When I was a child, we would watch this series where a witch married a mortal. Me and my mum would sit in bed in front of the small screen, and I remember the witch torturing him, and a man would come and help out sometimes. I always wished I had powers. Maybe it would have kept my dad from being late picking me up from school again. Maybe it would have stopped my mum's migraines, keeping her in bed for days. Maybe it would have made my parents fall in love again. Maybe it would have made my gran nicer. Maybe. He's still frozen. Will someone do something? Is everyone thinking this is normal? It's a new normal. I go to stand. I leave my body. There's music playing. It's Beyonce's End of Time. I will love you. I always was a romantic. I was raised on all the Disney. Ariel, Belle, Aurora, Cinderella, Ariel, Belle, Aurora, Cinderella, Ariel, Belle, Aurora, Cinderella. I repeat their names in my head like a mantra. I think I'm standing. I can hear high-pitched echoes of sirens. Ariel was always my favourite. I used to be addicted to wanking. Well, used to. When I was in secondary, we only had one computer in the narrow entrance of our one-bedroom flat. Coming home from school, hello? Ma'am? No answer. I go through to my bedroom, backpack down. I rush back and sit on this squeaky chair, push the clanky button. Dial up. Dial up. Dial up. Keys after keys with a single finger, and then there they are. Hundreds of pixelated naked men. Menu. Print. Tech studies aren't wasted on me. Print, print, print. So slow. Shit. No more ink. The smell of smoke. Toast. Am I having a stroke? Cigarette butts, aftershave, sweat. Oh, I told Eric I didn't feel like going out. Oh, but you have to though. Who am I going to hang with? He's probably in the dark room just now, licking, sucking, sniffing, fucking. Whoa, I think he just moved. No, I swear, I think it's almost romantic. Like we're on a date or something. Haven't been on a date in been a while. I don't date. Well, people don't date me. I was a romantic. My mum, she'd watch all them romantic comedies.
Quite pretty.
I love that shit. The man is desperate. The woman, she has given up. They meet, they hate each other, but they keep on meeting accidentally, and then she fakes it in a restaurant. They run into the airport, the DEI best friend, the montage.
The thing is, I love you.
What?
I love you.
Maybe this is a montage. A very slow, Very boring montage. Oh, there's Eric. Where did he come from? He slow-mo rushes on the flattened astroturf. So many cigarette butts on that turf. A constellation of little brown dots hanging to the surface of the earth, attached only by the strands of petroleum grass clinging to them for the fear they may spin out into space. I wanted to be an astronaut. I wanted to see the sun real close. I never used to close my eyes at the beach after lunch, laying on the wet Margate sand, waiting for the summer sun to peek behind the rainy clouds. I would stare at that ball of fire in the sky till my eyes would drool with tears. Eric was my summer friend. We'd lay like that for hours, side by side, not talking. My gran had a hole in one of the Great Council walls facing the sea. I would go there every summer while my mum was getting busy back in Croydon, trying to make ends meet. Eric's dad was my gran's neighbour. Eric became a friend right away. I would miss him and look forward to the summer. Now we both live in a red brick full of holes in Clapham. We became friends right away. His unwashed jet black hair, deep, tortured blue eyes and thin fluff crawling on his upper lip. I remember his cracking voice asking us to the beach for the first time. He was hiding from his dad's moods. I was avoiding my evil gran. We stayed on those streets that whole summer, pickpocketing and spending our hoard on the coin machines and on alcohol pops. A hand scoops me up, pulling me out of a deep cold pool of sweat. The man's face is staring me inside out with intense filth. I feel like screaming. He smiles. I feel burning fluid failing to make its way to my mouth from my stomach. He gets closer. You should be more careful. Eric is scraping back my long post-pubescent mane from my face. We always got in a bad way. Every weekend, GAY bar, then heaven, or late. We had our system. But we'd moved to Clapham already. We'd go central though. Fuck the Clapham clubs. Rank. Someone must have slipped something in my drink. The world was spinning and I felt like those cigarette butts, barely hanging. He looks at me, disappointed. I hate that look. I got used to it from everyone else, but not him. Never him. I've been hunched over the corner of Old Compton and Dean Street forever. It smells like burnt plastic. All that white stuff coming up. Malibu, Pessoa, Smirnoff Ice, and something else. I want to say it's not my fault. I push him away. I've never pushed him away. I never push him away. He looks hurt. I stepped in something. He leaves me there. I'm woken up by the morning rain and walk back home. The man's face gets closer. I feel something wet and warm on my lips, searching for entry. A finger dipped in charcoal and battery acid forces its way down my throat. We're running down the road. I'm carrying Eric's bag. The polluted air is pulling heavily on my lungs, burning. His first day at the conservatory. He's going to be late. We can make it! He runs off ahead of me. His plump bum cheeks bouncing out of his loose high-waisted short shorts. He always wanted to be a dancer. Ever since I've known him, he'd be rehearsing choreography from High School Musical or Step Up 2, Street Dance. I would sit at the foot of Mrs. Booth's statue on Harbour Arm, down in soft vinegar-soaked chips in my ill-fitting tank top and worn-out red Speedos, and he would dance and prance. Sometimes he would pull me in and force my lanky body into mismatched convulsions. I never was much of a dancer. He never laughed at me though. When I pissed myself on the way home from the Flamingo Arcade. When I finally got home from Old Compton, after emptying myself a bile at the street corner. Or when I got attacked by seagulls, determined to get my chips as I was trying to watch him move to the sound of "We're all in this together." Every time he would smile and hug it better. No matter the filth, no matter how pathetic I looked, moist. A fat tongue dipped in vinegar comes and hugs my teeth. My eyelids shut down tightly. I never used to close my eyes. I was spent staring at the sun or what we could see of its spots. I see sunspots. I win, Eric is ecstatic. I never used to close my eyes. I could taste iron like a big gulp of seawater mixed with the sourness of sour waste wanking. I go to the cartilage and I open the plastic pouch with my teeth. I open the top of the grey box and I put the small cube into the light. It's working. It's printing. The boys are coming onto the page, one after the other, slowly, like a montage. Keys in the door. I hear my mum looking for her keys. I rip the paper from the HP. It keeps on coming. Cancel. Cancel. The wet slug of a tongue gets ripped from my mouth. I feel it slide against my sharp, square teeth. I open my eyes. Erica's holding a fist to the man's face. Time is frozen again. I walk around them. I stare at the rage in Eric's eyes. I've only seen it once before. When I met him at St. Pancras that day, he left his dad and left Margate and texted me, "I can't do it anymore," and St. Pancras 2 p.m. The deep blue eyes are bursting with hate. They're overcharged with electricity. His heart is beating hard. I feel I could reach out and grab it with my hand, hug it with my fingers. He's come to rescue me from the slug, man. My heart synchronizes with his. They're beating in unison, grafted together in a tangle of greasy black hair. I'm floating. The sound of Beyonce leaves my ears. I look up and Eric is holding me. I'm on the pavement, on the damp ground. I feel wet and warm. You okay?